Hyper EVM and Hyperliquid are the two parts of the same ecosystem, and I will be using Hyper EVM to show you guys how you can achieve over 80% APR on your crypto assets. Do you want to learn how you can convert your volatile assets such as the HYPE token as well as the BTC token into stablecoin yields? If the answer to that question is yes, then you need to use Felix. Felix is where you can mint your own stablecoin, namely FEUSD. You can do that using two assets, namely HYPE token as well as the UBTC token. Go to this borrow tab here and then deposit either of these assets to borrow or mint FEUSD. Once you get their stablecoin, which is FEUSD, go to this stability pool and then stake it into either of these two pools. The first one is going to pay out the yield in both FEUSD as well as the HYPE token, and the second pool is going to pay out in FEUSD and the UBTC token. In both pools, the supply APY is sitting close to 13%, which is very decent considering you did not have to sell your HYPE or BTC tokens, and still you are going to be earning some stablecoin returns which are very decent given the current market conditions. Felix has another stablecoin called USDHL, which you need to acquire by going through their trade spot option. You need to use USDC to buy into USDHL. One question that you may be thinking to yourself is, why would you need to acquire USDHL when you already have FEUSD? The primary reason to do that is if you do not wish to use your HYPE tokens or your BTC tokens to acquire FEUSD, then what you can simply do is acquire USDHL and use it into different protocols on the Hyper EVM DeFi ecosystem. One such example of that is going to be KittenSwap Finance, which is a DEX on Hyper EVM layer 1. On here, you can use your USDHL token to pair it with either USDT or the HYPE token to earn rewards that will range anywhere from 10% to 200%. This USDHL USDT pool is my personal favorite, which yields anywhere from 8 to 12% depending on the volume. Next, if you are comfortable with some management of concentrated liquidity pools, then this HYPE USD pool is for you. We will come back to KittenSwap to do a deeper dive, so make sure that you stick around till the end of this video. The next protocol on our list is going to be HyperFi. HyperFi is also a CDP protocol, meaning you can mint stablecoins using your volatile assets. In HyperFi's case, their stablecoin is called USDXL. So the question stands, why should you acquire the USDXL token? Well, our primary goal is to earn yields on our assets. So in this case, staking USDXL is going to provide you an APY of close to 10%, which in this market is very decent, and I will personally choose this yield over anything else. But what if you do not want to stake your USDXL here and you want to earn more than 10%? Well, similar to using USDHL on KittenSwap, you can also use your USDXL to earn some decent yields. In this case, APRs ranging anywhere from 12% to 15% depending on how you manage your concentrated liquidity pool. But what if you are a lazy person and you do not want to go through all of the hassle of depositing your assets, minting stablecoins, and going to a decentralized exchange to stake your assets, maintain your LPs? Then Liminal is made just for you. Liminal.money provides automated strategies on your assets, namely USDC. Currently, Liminal is doing 15% APY on your USDC, which is very impressive. So how does Liminal achieve this? Liminal leverages Hyperliquid's architecture with some delta neutral approach to generate this high yield of 15% on USDC. The only downside of Liminal is that you need to use an invite code to access Liminal. But the good thing about this is you can simply go to Liminal's Twitter and go to their comments section, and you will find a bunch of invite codes from people that are using Liminal. To be extremely safe, I would recommend you to not click on these links rather than just copy and paste invite codes on here. But what if those invite codes not work? What if you are lazy and you do not want to go through the hassle of copy and pasting invite codes into the Liminal app? Then Harmonix Finance is just for you. Harmonix, which is very similar to what Liminal is doing, provides an even higher APR than what Liminal is offering. Liminal currently is offering 15% APY on USDC, but Harmonix Finance in the same place is providing over 20% APY on your USDC. Remember that all of these activities are happening on the Hyper EVM ecosystem as well as the Hyperliquid Perpetual DEX. Therefore, you are going to be earning additional rewards on top of the yields that are paid out. Similar to Liminal, Harmonix also runs some delta neutral strategies on top of Hyperliquid to generate this impressive yield of 20% on your stablecoins. The Hype token itself has been trending down for a few days after an impressive all-time high of $45, but I am personally still very bullish on the Hype token and what the team is doing. And if you are just like me, you too are bullish on the Hype token and you want to get some sort of exposure to the price of Hype, then you need to head over to Beefy Finance and check out this FEUSD wrapped Hype pool, which you won't believe it and I didn't believe it either, is providing 1.2% of daily APR. Yes, you heard me correct, 1.2% of daily APR, which brings the total APR close to over 370%. But this impressive yield also comes with some sort of risk attached to it. This is a concentrated liquidity management pool and is automated by Beefy Finance. Now, since this is a concentrated liquidity pool, the risk of impermanent loss are going to be even higher. So if you are not comfortable with high volatile price actions, then stay away from this pool. But on the flip side, if you can take some risk for some impressive yields, then this pool is made up of 69% nice Hype token and 30% of FEUSD token from Felix Finance. After depositing your Hype tokens into this pool, you still need to do one more thing to get impressive yields on your stablecoins and other crypto assets, and that thing is going to be hitting that subscribe button right now and liking this video. Okay, now for our final two protocols, we are going to be taking a look at decentralized exchanges on the Hyper EVM DeFi ecosystem. The first one is Hyperswap. Hyperswap is doing a decent amount of spot volume on Hyper EVM and therefore is providing some decent APRs. For example, this FEUSD Hype pool providing 130% APR. This Hype USD XL, which is the HyperFi's stablecoin, is giving out close to 220% APR, and more pools like Hype UETH giving out close to 200% APR. Feel free to check out these pools on Hyperswap. And lastly, I will show you KittenSwap, which is also a decentralized exchange on Hyper EVM's DeFi ecosystem, doing relatively decent volumes as compared to other decentralized exchanges and therefore also has some decent yields to capture. If you want a very safe, stable, unstable yield, then this WST Hype pool is giving out 5% APR. Of course, not that impressive, but considering that both of these assets are technically same assets, a 5% APR is very decent if you are just going to sit and hold on your Hype tokens. Similarly, there's USDT0 USDXL pool paying out 15%, USDE USDT0 paying out 14%, Hype USDXL paying out 180%. You get the gist, so on and so forth. A bonus protocol that I forgot to include in our video is Hyperstable. Hyperstable, very similar to Felix, also has its own stablecoin which you can mint using your volatile assets like Hype or BTC. Their stablecoin is called USH and you can simply mint it by going through this mint option on here. Use collaterals such as BTC, Ethereum, Hype or Wrapped Hype. Once you have some USH, go to this farm option and on here there are a few interesting pools that you can be a part of. The first one is USH USDXL pool giving out 85% APR, and let me remind you, both of these are stable coins, so technically you are going to be earning over 85% on your stable coins, which I haven't seen anywhere else. Of course, all of this is not real yield. There are going to be some token emissions, but still this is a decent yield. Next, the USH and USDE pool giving out 63%. Again, both of these are stable coins. And lastly, USH and USDT0 pool giving out 63%. And if you would like to learn more about crypto yield farming, then make sure you check out this video.